Guys, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin because we did not hold the mid-pennant reversal. So we're going to talk about the levels now in play. Keep in mind, guys, the short swing indicator on the daily is fired short. And those, like we said in previous videos, you don't want to ignore that. Fired here, last time it fired short was here, it took us to the bottom of the pennant. And then last time it fired long, took us to the top of the pennant. All right, so if you're interested in that indicator, you can get it at tradegenius.co. Just head over there and you can get it. All right, guys, let's dive into this video.
Trade Genius.
Okay, so let's recap what we went over the last few days as far as Bitcoin goes, and we're just going to focus on Bitcoin because everything else is pretty much in tow. So we had the descending wedge. Before this breakout, we said keep an eye on it. That's bullish. And we were fighting a daily sell signal. We broke out of the descending wedge and we said that's bullish, but we have to break this trend line and be wary of a retest of the descending wedge. We got that. We also said that this mid-channel reversal has to hold if this is going to see the upper part of this pennant, because this breakout was holding that level. However, since this didn't hold, we had two levels that had to hold. One was the 83.50 level approximately, and then down here at this like 8,000 level. And since those broke through, and if we drill down to the 4-hour chart to get down to it, you're looking at basically the 7,800 level was like your absolute bottom level that had to hold, and that broke through. So as we were saying, if that doesn't hold, you know, you're stopping out and you're looking to reload down here. And basically now the bears have had another thrust down. This is going to get oversold. This may not be a straight drop here. As you can see, we were pulsing down, so you could get a bounce up, but any bounce is probably going to get a fair amount of selling pressure. So 8,000 in that area now is going to be the area where I think shorts are going to, or the bears are going to take another stab at this lower. So this now we're looking at the bottom of this pennant that's in play, and probably going to get a decent bounce off of this. As you can see here, there's a volume void. We've talked about those plenty of times. And you're starting to see price move fairly quickly through that, just because relative, and this is just in this range here we're looking at, but that just tells you the recent amount of volume in this price area hasn't been that strong, and your support's lower. So there's a good case here for a bounce here at 71.50 areas in this area, and then we'll see probably that's should take us to the upper part of this. But again, we're just consolidating. This is a normal pattern after a large move up like we had back in December. And this is just, you know, you will get a mid-channel reversal. Whether they hold or not is entirely different. Again, this is for swing trading. If you're hodling or you've been accumulating, nothing really fundamentally changes. You know, this is just technical price action, and we're still consolidating. So just wanted to point that out. The other thing I want to point out to you guys too is a lot of people are looking at last year. I know a lot of new money came in last year, and they're going, you know, expecting a big run up by now because April, May was really bullish for crypto. But if you really are to look at, if we go back and we look at prior years, you'll notice that this one's 2014, and we had a trend down, and it broke out toward the latter part of May and broke up. And then if you look at 2016, 2015 is over here. Sorry, this is a little bit out of order. Consolidation like we've seen here, and then the consolidation pretty much started breaking out in June, really. The start of the move that, you know, it took one final bottom move in the consolidation range. And so the start of the move really was first week of June, and then a move up higher out of the consolidation. And in 2016, same thing, consolidated range, and then the start of the move was toward the last week of March. So there's more action in May, June, late May, June, typically for a large, you know, move out of a consolidation area or downtrend. So just keep that in mind. But that's currently what we're looking at, guys, is basically a bounce off this bottom part of this pennant. And we may see a little bit of a pause or a bounce in the 74.50 range. There is a little bit of support and resistance in there, but just not a lot of volume to warrant that. And we aren't seeing huge amounts of volume either, guys. We want to see, we want to see daily volume bars like this here. And, when we're getting in a bar like this, I mean, that's a really, whenever you get these large daily bars, you can see it really starts the trend up. So that's something we'd be looking at too when we get down here, is a large daily candle on volume. Just keep that in mind. If you do get long here, you kind of want that confirmation that that's, the move has turned. All right, so that's our call it the midweek update for crypto. I know a lot of guys were wondering what was going on since price rolled over. And again, it just came down to that level holding in here. And since it didn't, and you're swing trading, you're stopped out. If you're looking to get long again, that's the next technical level that makes sense to get long around that 7100. And I think you probably are going to see some decent resistance at 8,000. And then at that point, you're either going to move your stop up and wait for that to resolve. And if it pulls back and stops you out, you can catch it. If it breaks through again, you can get a buy stop and catch it back higher, ultimately getting to this level. Or if it gets up to this level, you'll move your stop to your break-even point here. That way you have no risk on, and anticipation of a larger swing move up to the upper part of this pennant. That's how I'd play it if you're swinging. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Please hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you on tomorrow's video. Thanks. Bye.
Trade Genius.